So, Ambassador, we just had a really interesting morning having a dialogue between UNAIDS and the governments of Belgium and Flanders at this really difficult moment in international development, but in particular in our case, at a particularly difficult moment for support for the international HIV/AIDS response. I think we settled on some things that unite us in this moment. What is your takeaway from the discussions we had this morning? How we collectively stand up at this very particular moment?
No, indeed, we had very productive and open exchanges this morning. We can see that Belgium and UNAIDS have been a very long-standing partners in the fight against HIV/AIDS. Belgium has supported UNAIDS since the very beginning, and so our new government has recommitted also that multilateralism remains a very important priority for us. Human rights-based approach is also key in our approach and values. I think our discussion has also reflected the importance of core values, to stick to core values. This is at the heart of our partnership, and we'll be happy to continue working on this basis.
I think we also had, and I agree, and I think for us, it's really reassuring to have partners such as yours by our side at a moment when we all observe a real attack on basic human rights principles and support not only of countries that are in need, but also of communities. We also had quite a lot of conversations around what is the importance of supporting those that are most likely to be left behind. Maybe you want to reflect on that a bit.
Yeah, it's clear that local communities are key in the whole process. They are close to the vulnerable people and groups, and we need them also to make a difference on the ground. And working with communities has been a success of UNAIDS over the last few years, and this is certainly something that needs to be continued.
Where do you think we still have the biggest threat in this particular moment in terms of not only financial support, but political support in international cooperation, really, and in international dialogue? What can we do to bring those that believe in values that are the fundamental cornerstones of international collaboration and the UN? How do we create space for those to come together?
No, I mean, human rights is at the core of our approach, and we need to continue this work all together, and we all have a role to play. Member states, UN agencies, international organizations, all your partners, but also civil society. So we need to have an inclusive approach if we want to succeed and reach the goal, the SDGs. I mean, 2030 is approaching, so we still need a lot of work to be done, but it's achievable if we can mobilize all the resources and also the political will to reach that goal. And I think the more we work together with local communities, with partners, especially in Africa, for Belgium it has been a very important focus, Sub-Saharan Africa, where we see that there is still a threat for especially for the most vulnerable groups in many countries. So we need to engage and work with them.